can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
ESBR Boxing, we're back, myself and Paul Kelly. That means one thing and one thing only. We're here in preview mode, and we are previewing a fight that's taking place at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham, a rematch between Gavin, Gwynne and Cameron Vuong. That's taking place there. Obviously, this is, a rematch from the fight that took place in November of 2024. Was won by Cameron Vuong on, unanimous decision victory. Gavin Gwynne obviously cut quite badly in that fight as well, but it's still a close fight. Paul, first and foremost, I'm going to come to you and ask your predictions of the fight, maybe your general thoughts on this as a rematch as well, and then from there we'll unpick some more questions about the division and both fighters.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm looking forward to this rematch. Yeah, final predictions from me. Um, I think this is a really tough one to call. You look at the first fight. I think Gavin Gwynne was hard done by. I think he was very hard done by. Since then, Cameron Vaughn looked better in that Jordan Flynn victory. Had another fight as well, but I think Gavin Gwynne wins it this time. I think he won the first fight, was hard done by. I think he wins this one fair and square and gets the decision. I think we're going to see a better version of Cameron Vaughn. I think we're going to see a better version of Gavin Gwynne. And yeah, albeit Gavin Gwynne's into his mid 30s now, and obviously Cameron Vaughn's this hot prospect from Matchroom coming through. I think it'll be a close fight again, but I am edging towards the Welshman. I know the way would be pleased with my prediction there, for sure. A bit of a back in the Welshman, but I'm gonna go with Gavin Gwynne to get the job done in their rematch and win on points. I interviewed Gavin Gwynne, so yeah, if you're watching the video, please do check that out on the ESBR channel as well. Very interesting guy, very good interview. It was good fun. But yeah, I do think Gavin Gwynne wins this rematch on points. That is my final prediction. But I will caveat that by saying we know what judging's like sometimes in a British boxing ring. So like a draw wouldn't surprise me or something ridiculous. So yeah, but I'm gonna go Gavin Gwynne points, mate. What about you? What's your prediction?
Yeah, you kind of took the words out of my mouth there. To be, I think Gavin Gwynne's the better fighter. I do believe that, but I also think if you look at, like you said, you mentioned Cameron Vuong as being a sort of rising star in that stable as well. I just wonder if the fight's close again, whether he'll get the decision, frankly. And I feel like that's the way it's maybe going to go. I feel like Gavin Gwynne, he's not a massive puncher, obviously durable guy, 5 KOs though in his 18 fights. I think it will obviously go to points, it'll go the distance. I've just got a feeling that despite possibly maybe even being the sort of edging the fight, that actually just go to Cameron Vuong. Frankly, I think that's kind of how I see it happening. So I'm actually going to go with him on points. Though I'm not at all gonna step here and criticise your prediction of Gavin Gwynne on points, because I do also think he's a better fighter. Just picking up on this. Obviously, this Jack Rafferty's current British champ at 140 pounds, and were each man to win. How would you give them a chance against Jack Rafferty? Would you give them a serious chance of winning that British title, or how would you see that fight's playing out?
Yeah, obviously I think the first Von Gwynn fight was at lightweight, but I do believe this is at super lightweight. So yeah, I think Jack Rafferty beats both of them at this current stage. I think that fight he had with Mark Chamberlain last time, it was really entertaining. They might be running that back. Was it a draw or something? It was a really, really thoroughly entertaining fight. But right now at this stage, I'd say that Jack Rafferty has too much for Cameron Vaughan, and would kind of just his work rate, relentlessness and stuff would be a massive problem for Cameron Vaughan. Gavin Gwynne, I do give more of a chance against Jack Rafferty, but in saying that, like you look at it, I know boxing maths doesn't always work like this, but Mark Chamberlain stopped Gavin Gwynne, and Mark Chamberlain was, he went the distance with Jack Rafferty, and it was a close fight. But like if you're going off that, you've got to have Jack Rafferty as a favourite against Gavin Gwynne. So yeah, I would actually say that although I'm predicting Gavin Gwynne to beat Cameron Vaughan, and that could lead to another British title fight. He wants to become a two-time British champion. So fair play to him, but I would unfortunately, for his sake, I would favour Jack Rafferty to actually beat both of them.
I don't disagree at all there. I think you look, like you said, he's obviously more experienced than obviously the Cameron Vuong, but he can obviously relentless punch, can bang. He's got a decent KO percentage there as well. So I think the other two, Gwynne and Vuong, wouldn't necessarily have the power to keep him off, and then maybe even being stopped themselves. But I definitely have Rafferty beating both. Paul, That is sadly all we have time for. I mentioned obviously at the top of the video it's a preview show. It wasn't, it was a final prediction show, so I misrepresented that, but we are in the final predictions. But guys, let us know your predictions obviously in the comments underneath this as well. And please like and subscribe to the channel as well. We've got all your boxing needs up and under one roof. Reviews, previews, as Paul gave a little tag to there, interviews of fighters, footage and all that sort of good stuff as well. So please join the channel and let us know what your thoughts are, and that'll help us inform our content going forward. Paul, as always, thank you very much for joining me. And guys, as always, thank you very much for watching.
Cheers, mate. All the best.